Hey everybody, welcome to another week. I do want to thank all of you for your patience with me as I went through a pretty bad spell of illness. Coming back from New York, I got something on the plane and I was down. I wanted to do work. I tried to come to my desk a couple times and it was just not going to happen. But now I'm finally back and feeling normal, and we are going to talk about what's happening for the rest of the term. So cruising down. I watched all your Peachy Cooches, by the way. Some of them were just star-studded. A couple of them I would like to ask if I could actually use them as future examples of excellence. Really was impressed with how most everyone understood the assignment and delivered really powerful work. And now we're I've graded everything up to date. Right now it's November 16th. You're finishing the campus resource allocation. I didn't get an opportunity to say much about this assignment because I was sick, but this is a new assignment, and all assignments have to start sometime. And this is the new one for this term, so that's why I didn't have examples. I'm hoping a group here comes through with something that's going to be noteworthy to be an example for future students. But you're doing a 10-minute persuasive business presentation on one of these areas for campus life. I really liked when I was developing the work and trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this assignment, how it showcased and how it presented. So I'm looking forward to seeing your work. Now, as we go into week 8, all the way down, and it's going to be closing on November 23rd, you have digital CTA examples, call to action. You're doing a call to action for this event. So these two assignments connect. You've created this persuasive appeal, and now you're going to do, if you're going to actually hold this event, for example, you go in here to the campus reallocation, let's say you get signature authority to address financial literacy or remote work. Then what kind of video would you follow up with? And that's a cool thing that these two assignments connect. And here are great examples of different videos I've received in the past. This group wanted to do a Foods for Family houseless event with the campus connected with a local church. And they were going to help create a soup line to feed people over the Thanksgiving holiday. A brilliant idea. This one was Bruin's Closet for students that were getting ready for interviews but didn't have the professional attire, provide a closet. And this is a horse therapy ranch. Some really good ideas. You can see how they connect. But that's the work you'll be doing this week. And you've got two powerful videos. Brene Brown. Actually, I saw Brene Brown speak in New York City. And if you have never heard Brene Brown speak, she's spectacular. I sort of felt like a fanboy when I saw her. She spoke for about 90 minutes. And she's all about how to find courage in leadership, how to be vulnerable, emotional intelligence. She said a quote last week that just resonated so well. She said, people often call, different character building traits soft skills in business, like how to have difficult conversations, how to have good empowerment skills. They call them soft skills. But she says when it comes to emotional intelligence and leadership and vulnerability as a leader, it's hard. So why would we call them soft skills if they're so hard to do? And just for some reason that resonated with me. And then the other speaker is Brandon Washington. He's going to help you understand how to create this video you're doing. I recommend you trying it on Canva. And then as we get past this week, week 9 is, this one's a tough one. You got 2 activities. One's a social media audit and then a networking event. You recall, this is so important, this is the Thanksgiving week. You knew the assignment was coming up. You have to do some kind of an event participation in one of these areas. Really important, especially in this type of class, is starting to get your name out there. Something else happened during this conference I was at in New York is AI is pretty exciting and frightening. And what you need to do is not wait to be able to just submit your resume into an online database and hope somebody finds you out there for an internal posting or external posting. You need to be networked. That's going to be the quickest solution for employment for you. I cannot emphasize enough in my entire career. In the last 25 years, I've not submitted a resume for any position. And it's because I knew people. And you'll find that is going to be your accelerant, because what they talked about in this conference is most entry-level positions for people coming out of college with their degrees will be replaced by AI. So how are you going to get into positions that are mid-level unless you know someone? And this is that first step towards that. During the conference, they said that the career paths, marketing, engineering, logistics, education is going to be challenged by AI. So something to think about. And then you have very at the end, lunch and learn. We'll talk about that as we get closer. Let's just focus on the video this week. But you got a lot to think about, a lot to do. This is very typical in a class that the harder assignments come at the very end of the term, because that's where you've got now knowledge, you worked as a team, you solidified, now let's get some really good stuff done. And then again, also I mentioned probably this time of the term, you're thinking about winter, what classes to sign up for. If you like my teaching style and enjoy the class, I teach several other classes at CCC, Clackamas Community. I teach social media marketing. I teach principles of marketing, intro to business. So business communications, well, this is the class you're in. But again, if you see my name out there, let me see. Actually, I can tell you right away my courses, what I'm teaching for winter, social media marketing. You are taking business communication. So if you're interested, look me up. If you didn't like my teaching style, well, not everybody connects with all teaching styles. It's been a pleasure working with you. But if you want to take more classes, I do teach several other platforms. Okay, folks, that's enough of me rambling. See, I didn't get enough social connection because I was sick, so now I'm talking way too much. But hopefully you find the video helpful.